Hi guys, I'm Syrachime, and I welcome you back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we made it here to Hyrule Castle, where we talked to Princess Zelda and learned a great deal about the Triforce, but in addition to that we also learned about Ganondorf, a man who seems bent on getting the Triforce and using its divine power to destroy the world. So in an effort to prevent that from happening, we have been sent on a quest by Princess Zelda to obtain the other two remaining spiritual stones, and try to obtain the Triforce before Ganondorf does, so that we can use it to defeat him with it. I'm not quite sure how two 11-year-olds with a divine relic to grant who knows what kind of power is going to do with the Triforce, but there you go. So in order to actually get the two remaining spiritual stones, we're actually going to have to head towards Death Mountain, which is the path we have been set on already by Impa, and try to get the spiritual stone of fire there. But in order to get to Death Mountain, we're going to have to make it through the Kakariko Village, and there's actually quite a bit we have to get done there. So in this episode, we are actually going to be tackling the Kakariko Village and trying to get the remaining things that are there, well, accomplishing the things that are there, so that we can make it up to Death Mountain accordingly. So to actually get to the Kakariko Village, all you have to do is just walk across this bridge, and you are literally just about there. Yeah, we got a village literally like 100 yards away from the castle. Go try to figure that out. So anyway, you make it up these stairs, and once you actually do that, you will make it to... wait for it... a panning view of a lovely village, which just happens to be the Kakariko Village. While this place is nice, don't let its niceness fool you. While this place is quaint and small, don't expect a great deal of hospitality from these people, and you'll see exactly what I mean when we get in here. But anyway, since we are new in town, we might as well talk to the guard guarding this place and see what he has to say. What do you have to say, dude? I am new in town, and I expect a warm and heartfelt greeting. What do you have to say? Ding dong, ding dong. I am a clock soldier of Kakariko. The current time is 1416. How on earth could you possibly know that? Watches aren't invented yet, and they probably won't be invented for another, oh I don't know, 10,000 years. Of course, in saying that, in the next game that Link is in, spoiler alert, they actually have their own clock systems and everything, but... oh well, that is not Hyrule, but still, how on earth do you know this? Oh well, not questioning logic of Zelda games again. Anyway, you were saying? Hello there, son. Zelda's attendant, the great Impa, open this village to the common people. Well, that was nice of her. Why on earth would she do that? We have only a small population now, but someday this place will be as lively as Hyrule Castletown. Oh yes, it will. Okay, if you say so. Climb up the stairs at the north end of the village to find the trail that leads up to Death Mountain. Now we're getting somewhere. But you need the king's permission to actually go up to the mountain. That is just ridiculous. I don't need a king to tell me what to do. I am a child with a stick and a thirst for adventure. I do not need to be told by some king what to do. Ha! Well, can't really threaten anybody. I couldn't threaten another guard with a stick. I doubt it has much threat here. Okay, well apparently our path up to Death Mountain has been blocked, but I'm not too worried about that right now because we've got much more important things to do. And that is, well, we're new in town. Why not just stick around and explore a little bit? So we come in here and explore, and the first thing we see is a wild chicken. I hope this thing is not feral. I should take this thing and open up my own restaurant. We'll call it Hyrule's Fried Chicken. I would do that. That would be funny. But anyway, since we're new in town, we might as well go talk to this guy here. What do you have to say, dude? Are you going to give me a heartfelt warm greeting like the guard did? Well, somewhat warm greeting, but anyway. Talk to him, he says, I am the boss of the carpenters that Impa hired to improve this village and make it into a true city. Okay. But young men these days don't have any ambition. Do you know what I mean, kid? Not really, I'm just an 11-year-old child. What on earth do I know about jobs or the economy or anything else like that? Why are you asking me? My workers are just running aimlessly around the villages, or excuse me, the village, and they are not making any progress at all. Okay, usually when the workers aren't performing, it goes back to the boss. What are you doing to them to inspire them? Anyway, even my own son doesn't have a job, and he just wanders around all day. They're all worthless, I tell you. Okay, so apparently this guy has some anger issues, and if he is just one resident of this village, I hate to see what the rest of them are like. Well, since we are in town, I guess I can say, there's not really a lot that you're going to want to do when you actually come in here. I mean, you could explore around if you want a little bit, but honestly, there's not much here to really... there's just not much here to look around to right now. The places that you can go into and talk to people, most of the people here aren't worth talking to aside from maybe some snid bits of, basic conversation that might be a little funny, but outside of that, there's not much here, at least right now, that's worth exploring, so I'm not going to be doing a great deal of exploring, but we are going to check out a couple of things that I feel are vitally important right now, and we're going to start with this house right here. Now, you come in this house right here, and you can see that we have entered the House of the Skulltula. Now, this might give you an idea of why this is so important, but if you keep going and looking around and we... Oh my gosh, it's a bug! Die, you stupid bugs! Bugs do not deserve to live in my world! Die! Oh, I hate spiders. Oh, die! Kill the bug. Alright, what? Wait a minute, this guy... Ow! You stupid bug, you jerk! What did you... Wait a minute. This guy looks like a half bug, half... Dude, what is this about? Half bug, half human? We all look like this because of the spider's curse. If every spider of the curse in the entire world were destroyed, the curse would be broken. So, curse with spiders, that kind of sounds like gold skulltulas, but how do we know that's really what that is? When you destroy a spider of the curse, a token will appear. Collect it as proof of your achievement. Okay, so apparently this is the place where we go to do our things with various skulltulas. And if that wasn't definitive enough, the little icon of a little gold skulltula is. The number next to this icon on the quest status subscreen indicates how many spiders of the curse you have destroyed so far. When this icon is displayed next to the name of the area on the map subscreen, there are no more spiders in that area. Look for them not only in the open, but also inside the dungeons. Of course, this is just our dream. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Well, if you're going for 100% completion like I am, we are going to have to tackle this. But anyway, more or less what he was saying, well, first things first, if you break the curse on my family, we will make you very rich. That's a pretty good incentive to kill all the spiders there. Well, anyway, more or less what he was saying, if you click the start button and go over to the quest status screen, you can see the little gold skulltula icon here, and it will tell you how many gold skulltulas you have collected. Now, as I said earlier, there are 100 of these in the game, so we've got 95 more we need to get. And if you get a little confused, I'm not going to be coming here to the quest status screen very much, but like I said in the previous episode, if you want to keep track of the tallies and everything, just keep an eye in the upper left-hand corner when we collect a skulltula. That will tell you how many we've collected, and how many, well, you can do the math on how many more we need to collect after that. Okay, so yes, this guy said if you actually get all the skulltulas, you can break the curse on everybody in here, and they will grant you certain items accordingly for helping them out. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the tallies are you need to actually break the curse on everybody. Well, obviously 100, but yeah, I only know of one right now. When you get 10 gold skulltulas, you can actually come in here and redeem one reward, but that's pretty much all we can do right now. So anyway, this is important for a little bit later on for all those gold skulltulas we have been collecting, and since we've explored this, we're going to go on and head out and explore a few more things. Now, once you make it out here, there's only one other person, really to my knowledge, that you really want to talk to right now. And it is, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hateful comments about this, from mostly Nibiru and Zelda fanboys, but I give you what I consider to be the cutest woman in the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time universe. This is right here. Well, she's just called the Kuko Lady in the Ocarina of Time, but she's actually given the name Anju. And yes, I consider her to be one of the cutest women in the Ocarina of Time universe. And I'm not just saying that because she has red hair, even though I kind of have a thing for red-haired people. You can just picture somebody saying, well, what about Mal? She has red hair. Well, that's a different topic. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, why she is important is if you talk to her, she will say, what should I do? My Kukos, which is her way of saying chickens, have all flown away. You, little boy, please help me bring them back to this pin. I will do that, and not just because I think you are pretty, even though that's 95% of the reason why I'm doing it. Okay, so you actually want to get all of her chickens and bring them back to the pin because she will give you something very incredible if you do. So to get started, we got this first chicken here. You can throw it in the pit if you want to, but I actually recommend you climb up these stairs and then use this thing to defy logic and gravity in every way by floating behind this house over here. And once you do, yeah, these things act as a parachute. Go figure that out. Once you do, you want to throw that chicken down. And there are actually 2 chickens around here that we need to throw over the wall as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that now if I can find one. There's a chicken. Come here, chicken. I am totally turning you. No, I am not going to turn you into fried chicken, even though I am thinking about it. I still think that would be fun. and funny at the same time. Oh, these goofy Zelda things give you a lot of interesting things to think about. Alright, your next chicken is up here. Rather than throw this one down the wall, you can actually do something kind of unique with this one. So go ahead and get this one, and I'll show you what you can do. Pick up this chicken. Quit being stubborn. Get over here, you stupid thing. Alright, I got the bird. Yeah, as I said in the previous episode, I don't really care for chickens all that much. Much more prefer ducks. I won't get on that debate again. My sister's already upset at me for saying that penguins aren't cool. Okay, so there's the first chicken right there. And the cool thing was you could float down into the pen just like that. So we're going to go up here and pick up the chickens that we threw across the fence. And we are going to throw them in the fence as well. Alright, in the pen you go, you stupid bird. Alright, we got one more, but I'm actually not going to throw this one in the pen just yet. Because we've got to actually use it wherever this... There it is. Come here, Mr. Chicken. Actually got to use this to access another chicken that we cannot get access to without, well, flying. So go ahead and fly over here, climb up here, excuse me. And you want to fly over here? Once you make it over here and throw all the chickens off this ledge, you are officially done with all the chickens. Now, if I didn't say it already, and I don't think I did, we're actually collecting 7 chickens. We've already thrown 3 in there. If you're not certain how many chickens you have, you could talk to the beautiful woman and she will say, "My cuckoos have run away. Please help me bring back the other, however many you have remaining. 4 in this case, back to the pen. Please! I am working on it, pretty lady. Just give me a little bit of time. I'll have all these chickens here in just a little bit. And I happen to know where they are, but we have to get them first. Come here, you stupid bird. Alright, pick up you. And we're going to run back and do this. And since I really don't have much else to talk about while I'm sitting here just finding chickens and throwing them in the pen, I guess I can actually talk about briefly... What can I talk about? Run out of things to talk about already. I guess I can talk about the game briefly in this village and whatnot, and why I haven't done a great deal of exploring. Now, I said earlier that I would go back and explore a lot of different places, like Hyrule, Castletown, and, you know, like I said here, that there wasn't much to explore as well. And really, I've already kind of touched on it already, but there's just really not much here to actually go explore, aside from little tidbits of funny information. I mean, we will look around this place a little bit later when we get a bit more time. But with the first 3 episodes being extremely long, and I do apologize for that, by the way, it's just kind of hard to fit everything in, so we're going to explore around a little bit more when we get a bit more time, and yeah, we'll just kind of do that accordingly. Like I said, I apologize for these videos kind of being a tad bit long, especially the first 3, but now that the cutscenes have kind of drawn down, these things should start stabilizing a little bit, and we can get on to, well, exploring more things a little bit later on. Okay, so with that, we've got this little chicken right here, and once we get this to the pen, that will be chicken number 6. That actually leaves us with just one more chicken that we need to find. And where this chicken is, I kid you not, it took me 4 hours to find as a child. I got all these chickens here, and it's like, oh my gosh, where is the 6th chicken? Or the 7th chicken? Well, it did not occur to me when I actually got over to this house to maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe check the boxes. Navi has clearly identified something, yet I could not figure out that there was something there. What you're supposed to do is hit this box, and somehow, somebody's already got the idea of actually packing away these chickens for whatever it is, fried chicken land or whatever. Yeah, somebody stole my idea for Hyrule fried chicken. Alright, come here, you stupid thing. Pick him up. So yeah, it took me 4 hours to find that stupid thing. I cannot believe it either. Oh, well, anyway. Go ahead and throw this last chicken in, and we are officially done with our quest of finding the chickens. Alright, pretty lady, what do you got to say for us finding all of your chickens? She says, "Thank you for finding my cuckoos. I have allergies, so I get goosebumps when I touch them." And why on earth do you have chickens if you get goosebumps for touching these things? Why do you have them? Oh, well, people do weird things. I'm not going to question it because, well, I think she's pretty. Moving on. "For helping me, I will give this to you. It's a fine glass, and it should be helpful or useful. Please take good care of it." Look what I got! We have received an empty bottle. These are the containers of the Legend of Zelda universe. With these bottles, you can set it to various sea buttons, and you can actually store things inside of them. Things like milk, bugs, fairies, stuff like that. We'll kind of get into their uses a little bit more later, but you know what, I'm actually going to equip this thing right now, because we are going to need it for something a little bit later on. Okay, since we've got that, there's really not much more I'd like to explore at this current point in time. I mean, like I said, there are a lot of places that we could explore, but nothing's really pressing right now. So we're going to go explore one area that I feel is kind of really important, and it is back here. So you make it back here, and I'm not quite sure what this jerk is doing. I'm just going to let him go on his merry way. Anyway, if we make it back here, you will see that we have made it into the graveyard. So impressed if it doesn't even get its own name. So when you make it back here, the first thing I'd actually recommend you do is you pick up this rock, and you'll notice these little critters flying around. We're going to use our bottle right now to catch one of these things. And once we do, we have successfully caught a bug in a bottle. This really doesn't have much use aside from helping you obtain something kind of important, but we'll tackle that more a little bit later. I just kind of wanted to get that right now. So now that we have it, we will use it a little bit later on, but for now, where I actually want to... Whoa, what do we got here? A child roaming in the graveyard. What are you doing, dude? Little kids can't go on the heart-pounding grave-digging tour described on the sign. Since I can't do that, I'm just imitating Dampé, or Dampé. Not sure how you pronounce that. I think it's Dampé. The gravekeeper all day. But with my cute face, I'm not heart-pounding at all, am I? If you think you're cute, you should probably look in the mirror. Just saying. Okay, we're going to move on from that. Well, this kid right here is a jerk. You don't want to mess with him because, well, if you try to do something he does not approve of, he calls you out on it. Like we want to move a grave back, he says, "Don't cause trouble. I'll tell Dampé." You jerk. Well, that kid's not really all that important. I just kind of wanted to show that was there just to be funny. But what is important is back here. If you make it back here, you will... Whoa, suddenly started raining. Huh, go figure. Anyway, what's important back here is this little mark right here. We let Navi do the checking, she says. The crest of the royal family of Hyrule is inscribed here. And if you go read this sign, it says, Royal Family Tomb. Now you might be wondering why on earth I brought you all the way here and why I'm here to start with. And that is because there is actually something very important here. And something that is very important every time you see like a Triforce like this. Anytime you see a Triforce right here, if you play Zelda's Lullaby, well, let's just play it and see what happens. Not quite sure what Link did to deserve being thrown by an explosion, but there you go. Every time you see a little Triforce bark and you play Zelda's Lullaby, something very incredible will happen just like that. In this case, it looks like we've opened up a grave, and well, while I'm quite frankly not too fond of going into graves for obvious reasons, we're going to go ahead and go in anyway, because there's something very important down here. So we make it down here, and I guess I can't equip something kind of important. We're going to go ahead and equip my little slingshot. We will need this for these things right here. These things are called, well, I guess we won't identify that one. Anyway, you identify these things. These are keys. When you get close to it, use Z targeting. Even if it flies away, you could still target it. So these things right here are more or less the bats of the Legend of Zelda universe. And there's 4 of them in here. You're going to want to kill every single one of them to cause something, well, kind of important to happen. Die, you stupid thing. Die, you stupid keys. Die. And over here, these keys have just given us a heart and Deku seeds. I don't even want to know where those Deku seeds came from. We're going to go ahead and get that anyway. So yeah, there are a couple of people in here, and you can kind of strangely talk to them, or at least check them anyway. And if you do, they kind of say creepy stuff like, "Shine light on the living dead." Freaky. Okay, so we're going to head back deeper into this tomb, because like I said, there's something very important back here. Climb this stair, open this wall, and we have entered what might be the most dangerous room for Child Link. And that is, well, that's not saying it right, but we have entered a room with these creatures right here, which are called Redeads. Now, do not let these things see you. Do not let them touch you, or they will do very... Well, that's what they do if they see you. They will paralyze you. And if they jump you, They will do weird things to you that I would equate to probably eating your brain out, but it looks like something much more inappropriate. So yeah, be careful of these things. These are the most frightening enemies in this game, and strangely, they don't scare me as much as stall children. Anyway, we didn't come in here to identify redeads. We came back here for this, which is, we talk to this wall here because apparently we can, and it says, this poem is dedicated to the memory of the dearly departed members of the royal family. So it looks like we're reading some poetry. The rising sun will eventually set. A newborn's life will fade. From sun to moon, moon to sun. Give peaceful rest to the living dead. This is an interesting poem, huh? I suppose so. As an 11-year-old child, I probably do not care about such things. If it doesn't have anything to do with action, I don't care about it. What is important is this little thing right here. Something is inscribed on the tombstone. It's the secret melody of the Composer Brothers. And with that melody, we have just learned the Sun Song. This is actually quite an interesting song, and if they'll describe it properly, restless souls wander where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the Sun Song. Okay, so they did a horrible job of explaining what the Sun Song is, but anyway, the Sun Song's main primary purpose is to actually change the flow of time, or at least change the time of day. If you play the Sun Song at night, you can make it day. And if you play the Sun Song during the day, you can make it night. But the song also has another purpose, and that is for these redeads right here. Now, if you play the Sun Song when you see these redeads, you will notice that something very unique happens to them. And that is, wait for it, they are frozen inside of a web-like cocoon. Now, when they're like this, I guess I can identify these redeads officially. Its gaze will paralyze you. If it bites you, tap any button to escape. Like I said, these things are just flat-out evil. Try to avoid them if you possibly can. So anyway, I totally forgot what I was talking about prior to that. Anyway, use the Sun Song, you can get past them, and that's one very good reason about you having the Sun Song. So yeah, we officially have 2 songs now, and we are going to use these accordingly later on in our adventure. Not sure we have much use for them now. Well, that's not true. There's actually one really good use for the Sun Song right now, and we're going to use it to do something kind of important now. So if you go over to this grave and pull this back, yes, you can pull graves back, we will have opened a passageway. What lays down in this grave? Well, apparently us now. Anyway, make it down here. There's another redead. So, Sun Song it. And in doing so, we have paralyzed the creature. Now it is time to kill the creature. Die, you stupid thing, die! You do not deserve to live in my world! Haha, he is dead. Now, you might be wondering why I brought you down here. The reason is, well, play the Sun Song again, you will find out. So play those notes. This song will become very annoying over time if you have to keep playing it over and over. And, oh my gosh, we cause Sparkles to appear! No, it's not Sparkles. We have caused a treasure chest to appear. What might be inside of this thing, you ask? Well, let's open it and take the contents from within to find out. So once again, Link opens, hops in because he's too short, and we've got a heart piece, our second one so far. We collect 2 more, we will gain another life container, and we've recovered our life as a result. So yeah, that's the main reason I came down here, is to get that. And there's actually another heart piece you can get here in this graveyard. But getting it is kind of tricky and kind of annoying at the same time. It starts by talking to this jerk over here. You will see exactly what I mean, but I'm going to wait for him to get closer. Come on, dude, you're slower than... I don't know what you're slower than. You're like an elephant moving through. Whoa! Dude, who are you? Hey, kid, don't mess around with the graves. Too late. I am Dampe, the gravekeeper. My face may be scary, but I'm not a bad guy. I'll take your word for it. let me give you an advertisement for my side business. How on earth do you have a side business in this place? Dampe the Gravekeeper's heart-pounding grave-digging tour. Wow, try saying that 5 times fast. What's gonna come out? What's gonna come out? Hey, it's like another rap song. What's gonna come out? What's gonna come out? When I start digging, we'll find out. Again, I don't even know why I try. Do you want me to dig here? For 10 rubies for 1 hole. Sure, we'll let him go ahead and dig. You want to have him dig in the soft sand? Because various things will come out. Nope, nothing here. Now, like I said, you want this guy to dig in the areas of soft sand because, well, there's another heart piece that's laying just beneath the surface. But I do not know exactly where that is, and it could take me like 20 hours to find this. So yeah, I'm going to actually go ahead and cut ahead to me going ahead and finding this thing. And I will meet you guys as soon as he actually finds the heart piece. So I will be right back. I am one with nature, one in the ground. My boots, roots, whatever you want to call it, have been firmly rooted in the soft soil. And the fact that I'm a moving, living being has nothing to do with the fact that I am weird. Maybe it does, who knows. Come on, Dampe, it's not that hard, it's just right here. Oh, I'm running around circles because I have nothing better to do. Alright, once the jerk is here... Yes! Yes, finally, he made it. Do you want me to dig here? Yes, I'm going to laugh if this is it. I will cry if it's not. Nope, nothing! I've invested 150 rubies into you and you've got nothing. Dig the hole. Do you want me to dig here? Yes. It's not like I want you to dig anywhere. No, I want you to dig in China. Stupid jerk! Where is this thing? Do you want me to dig here? No, I want you to dig in China. Of course I want you to dig here, you jerk. Give me what I'm looking for, too. You jerk! Where is it? No, not the bug. Stop! No! No, you jerk! Oh, for the love of Godzilla! Finally! Oh, I'm sorry, but some 30 minutes later and 180 rubies, yes, I'm not kidding, I had to literally leave this stupid village, go to Hyrule Castle, restock my rubies, and come back here and get this, but here it is. Heart piece number 3. Oh, I was beginning to think we'd never get it. Okay, sorry about that. Might be a little overdramatic, but trust me, I've been here a while and I am not happy. Okay, now that we've got that heart piece, we're going to get on with our adventure. Now, in addition to there being 2 heart pieces here, there's a couple of other things we're going to want to collect around here and in the village as well, but we're going to start with this right here. Now, anytime you see a little grass pad right here, if you release some bugs, yes, we are releasing bugs into a new habitat. Anyway, there we'll go. We only need one of them to do its thing, otherwise we'll just capture one of these dudes, because we'll need it for later on. Alright, we've got another bug. Anyway, once they burrow into the hole, out will pop out a gold Skulltula. So yes, this is actually how you can get gold Skulltulas. Anytime you see a little salt patch of soft dirt like that, release a bug and a Skulltula will pop out. And there is Skulltula number 6. Fantastic. What's sad about that is only one of 6 Skulltulas you could actually find here in the Kakariko Village. Yes, you heard me right. That is one of 6 that you could find in this village. And I think we're going to actually use a little bit of time to actually go get as many of those as we possibly can right now. Now, the first gold Skulltula you could find in the village is actually over here in this construction lot. If you go over here and pick this up, you'll have to climb up here. Once you do make it up here, you will see that he is just right here. Get the better view of this. There we go. Die, you stupid bug, die. You do not deserve to live in my world. Alright, there is our 7th gold Skulltula. And once we get done with that, we'll just apparently climb walls instead of jump down. You stupid Link thing. Yes, I'm calling Link stupid. I'm the one controlling him, so who's really to blame for this? Alright, so here's another gold Skulltula on the side of the Skulltula's house. You pick this up. That is number 8. If I haven't lost track of things already, if I'm wrong, little Skulltula tally thing in the upper left-hand corner will tell you otherwise, but whoa! Dude, what do we got here? Well, I didn't mean to cut you in half, I just want to talk to you, but What is up with you? What are you doing here? People are disgusting. My own father and mother are disgusting. You must be disgusting too. Speak for yourself, you jerk! Well, this is what I mean when I say you have people here that are not very hospitable. Well, anyway, I didn't come down here to really talk to this jerk. I want to hit this tree because, just like Hyrule Castle, down will come another Gold Skulltula. So die, you stupid bug, die. And there we will obtain our 9th Gold Skulltula. We got 2 more lets we need to find, and I do know where those are. They actually happen to be over here. And they are, well, we'll just go ahead and move around here. And 1 Gold Skulltula will actually be in a rather jerkish place. You will need your slingshot for this. He will be up here in this giant tower. Might seem spinning around up there. So die, you stupid bug, to my slingshot of doom. Or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, how effective it really was in battle against Goma. Well, it did knock her down, but the stick did it all. Okay, so there is our 10th Gold Skulltula. Again, if I have not lost track. And we're just going to go ahead and fall down and use the knowledge that the... Well, apparently not. I was going to use what the Deku Shrub told us about falling off cliffs. And if we go over here, here is the final Gold Skulltula that I am aware of that exists in this village. Pick him up, and there is your 11th Gold Skulltula. So, just like that, we have just moved all the way up from 5 Skulltulas to 11. And we are going to go do something with that in a minute, but first things first, I'd actually like to go talk to this guy up here, and we will need Zelda's letter accordingly to do that. Okay, so we go talk to this guy, and he says, "The road is closed beyond this point. Can't you read the sign over there?" Well, I can, but I'm a child. I have the attention span probably of a rodent. Why do you ask? Eh? Oh, I see. You're just a kid, and you can't read yet. Ha ha ha. You jerk. Well, that is cruel. You go tell some random child, hey, you can't read. I guarantee you'll get in a lot of legal trouble. You know what? I may not be able to read, and even if I can't, I bet you can, so read this, you jerk. Oh, this is surely Princess Zelda's handwriting. Well, let's see. Okay. This is Link. He is under my orders to save Hyrule. Ha, there you go. Straight from Zelda's mouth herself. What you gotta say to that, dude? What a funny kind of funny game has our princess came up with now? Okay, alright. You can go now. Just be careful, Mr. Hero. Dude, you are a jerk! This guy's more of a jerk than Mido is. Well, at least he calls me Mr. Hero, so he's addressed me right anyway. Open the gate, dude. Thank you. We finally have access to Death Mountain. And we're finally going to not proceed there, but anyway, by the way, Mr. Hero, if you're going to climb Death Mountain, you should equip a proper shield. What's wrong with my shield? It's a piece of wood. Do you not know what wood can do? It can kill bugs and other assorted things. Why on earth would I need a better shield than this? It is an active volcano, after all. Oh, well, fire against wood, you could definitely tell who wins that. If you go back to Hyrule Castletown Market, you should check out the bazaar. They sell the shields you need there. Tell them I sent you, and they should give you a special discount. Well, that's kind of nice, I suppose. If you think you're if you think you're good to go already, don't worry about it. Now, I'd like to ask you a favor of you. You are such a jerk to me, and you're asking a favor of me? No, I don't expect you to do it just because of the great tip I gave you. I'm not willing to do it because you were a jerk. Anyway, I'm just asking. Okay? Have you been to the Happy Mask Shop that just opened in Hyrule Castletown Market? How have I been to a place that just opened? Everyone is talking about it. My little boy pesters me for a popular mask, but I don't have time to go there. So, could you go and get the mask for me the next time you are in the market? If you don't feel like it, that's okay, but... Well, I have no choice. This is my job. Sigh. Who gets the last laugh now, dude? I can go freely wherever I want because I'm a child. Even though I can't read, I'm still free. And you're stuck here. Ha 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 ha. That is funny and ironic anyway. Well, anyway, while I would like to go up and tackle Death Mountain, we actually will not be heading up there right now. Yes, partly because of time constraints, but because what he said is actually quite true. As much as I hate to admit it, we actually can't make it up there without a certain little shield. That will help us get up there. At least it'll make getting up there a lot easier. Contrary to popular belief, wood is not almighty like you think it is. So yeah, we will take care of that in a little bit, and I'll kind of elaborate more on that in a little bit. But there's one more thing I want to check out, and that is the Skulltula's house over here. Now that we have officially collected 10 gold Skulltulas, we have actually broken the curse on one of the spiders. And if you go over here and talk to them, he will give you a reward accordingly. He says, "The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you." Look what I got! We got an adult's wallet! Adults are allowed to carry a lot of money. So apparently we are an adult now, and we can hold 200 rubies as a result. Haha, fantastic. So yeah, we can definitely use that accordingly. I wish I had that like, oh, I don't know, an hour ago when I started filming. Oh, it would have made the grave digger thing so much better. Oh well, Dampy made a profit off me, so I'm sure he's not really complaining. Okay, so with that, we've gotten the thing, and I think I've pretty much accomplished everything that I'd like to accomplish, at least in this episode. Now, like I said, while I would like to hit up the Death Mountain, we are actually not properly equipped, and even if we did want to go up and chance our almighty wood, there's actually something we're going to need that we can't actually get any further in the game without getting. So rather than actually return to the castle market to get our shield, we will do that. We are actually going to return to the Kokiri Forest to do something very important. What that is, I will be happy to elaborate a little bit later. But for now, that pretty much does it for this episode, and like I said, next time we are going to return to the Kokiri Forest, do a lot of mandatory things that are there, along with some side stuff, and then we will proceed accordingly with our adventure from there. So, until next time, I will catch you guys later.